Hi everyone. So in this video today, what we will learn, we will focus on how to create a dashboard for operations department. Yeah. So for that, we have to take the data for operations department. So we will take a small data set, small case of a big company, and then we will learn that how we can create a dashboard, right? And there are a lot of concepts of dashboard. So I would be covering all the concepts simultaneously while creating the dashboard. So let's start. So we will start with the understanding of data set first. So this is the data set we have, which is visible on my screen. So this is the data set for a company, Comcast Corporation, which is the biggest broadband services provider in US, right? You must be aware it's a public listed company. So we have taken the complaint data for the same company, which belongs to operations department. So we have the ticket number, then we have customer name. So the actual customer name has been replaced with dummy names. So it's like customer 1, customer 2, customer 3, like that. Then we have what is the complaint of the customer. Okay, so let's read out some of the complaints like Comcast cable internet speed. So this issue is related to speed. Then another user is saying Comcast violating open internet rules by blocking HBO Go access on Sony consoles. One is saying internet speed. So internet speed related issue is there. Internet disconnects every night, internet complaint. So this is, I think, what is the subject of their complaint. It looks like that, right? Then we have complaint subhead. So basically few categories are there. What all are the categories? We can have a look. So let's go into this drop down. So the categories are like account closing issue, account setup issue, billing issue, connectivity issue. So whenever you are filing any complaint, you are raising any ticket, you have to select the category of your complaint out of this list, right? So this is the list we have. Then we have the date of the complaint. So how long data we have? So if you go to this filter, this is 3 months data for 2015, April, May, and June. Okay. This is the month information which we have taken from this date column only. Then we have city of the customer, state, zip code, and what is the status of the complaint. I will come to this column again. Let's move to the next one. Then there is a detailed description of the complaint as well. And in the last, we do not have anything else. So what this status column is, it has 4 status: open, close, solved, and pending. What is the meaning? So if you go to data dictionary tab, you can see pending means a ticket submitted by a customer at step 1, right? Once that ticket is opened by customer care team to check the issue, that becomes open. When customer care team is resolving this ticket, it becomes closed. And then the customer, when the customer is satisfied with the resolution, he marks it solved. So these are the 4 statuses we have. And why we are analyzing this data? Just to streamline this complaint process and to reduce the number of complaints, of course, because the number of complaints are very huge. So we will go into all the details and we would be doing it in Power BI, right? So let's start with Power BI. We would be analyzing this data, we will look into the insight, and finally, after all the understanding and everything, we would be coming up with a dashboard. Okay, so now I would be opening Power BI. So Power BI is opening. Just to wait for 30 seconds, 35 seconds, it will open up. And we are at Power BI now, right? So before we import the data in Power BI, we need to make sure that the data file is closed, because with an open source, you cannot import the data. So I'm closing my Excel sheet, which is the data, right? Do not save, and moving to Power BI. So the first step would be to save this file anywhere in your local system. So I'm saving it on desktop. Name of the file, I'm saying operations dashboard, and the extension is PBIX. Save. It has been saved. You can see the name in the title bar, the name of the file. Ideally, it should come here and operations dashboard, right? The spelling is wrong. We'll correct it later. Okay. Second step would be to import the data, right? So once save the file, then we would be importing the data. How to import the data in Power BI? So this is my data pane. Data pane, this is visualization pane, and this is filter pane. You can fold the panes when not required, and whenever you need them, you can unfold them, right? So this is the data pane. Here we have the option get data. And as of now, you can see this data pane is coming blank. It means there is no data as of now. So I will click on get data, and it will give me this pop-up. So what is this pop-up? This pop-up is giving me the list of all the sources from where I can import the data in Power BI. And this list is very huge, right? You can see this list. This is very, very huge. And these are the bifurcation. Like these are the files we have from where we can import the data. These are the databases. Then we have Microsoft Fabric, Power Platform. These are Azure related sources. These are online sources. This is others. So there are categories also. So as of now, my data is in Excel format. So I would be selecting Excel and connect. And then we need to give the path. So that file is there on the desktop, this one, Comcast Corporation, and I said open. Now a lot of pop-ups will come on the screen. Do not cross anything, just let it pass and you need to wait. Now it is telling me that we have these sheets in that Excel file. So which one you want to import? So I just want to import this master table, and I said load. We need to let these pop-ups pass. Do not cancel and close anything. And this is done, right? So here you would be able to see the master table. If you can see this greater than sign before this, if you open this, it will show you all the columns of that table. If you remember, we had city, complaint subhead, customer. Let me just expand this. Customer complaint, name, date, description, months, status, and everything is coming. And you can see this submission sign. So wherever we have the submission sign, all these columns are having a number, a numerical figure in them. Like ticket is a number, month is a number, zip code is a number. Wherever we do not have any sign, all these are text values, strings basically. And because we have a date also, so you can see a greater than sign. If you expand that, you can see the date has been bifurcated into year, quarter, and month and day automatically. So there is a date hierarchy, and the symbol before date is the calendar sign because it is giving you the date. So this is how the data has been imported, right? On the left-hand side, you can see 3 sections. So the first section is report view, where we are as of now. The second one is table view. This is also called data view. So if you click on this, it will show you your data in form of a table. Like we can see the data in Excel like that, right? And the third section is model view. This is used when we have multiple tables and we need to connect those tables with each other. So we would be connecting those tables from here, and that would be the data model. Data model as in how your different sources and tables are connected to each other, right? So we'll go to report view and we will see what all analysis we can do as of now, right? So let's start with a very, very basic, like should we check for each and every status, how many complaints are there, right? How many pending complaints are there, how many closed, how many solved, and all that. So we would be taking a simple visual. So I'm taking this one, clustered column chart, the third one. So I clicked on it. And now, for example, I'm taking status. So I'm taking status here, and then I'm taking status again into x-axis. So what happened when we have taken status into x-axis here? So because here we take the scale. So automatically the count has been taken, right? So it is giving you the count of solved, closed, open, and pending. So if you click on, like put your cursor on solved, it is telling you the number 857 have been solved, 1591 closed, 326 open, and there are 141 pending complaints, right? So I think this is going pretty good. Like we have lesser pending, and then we are moving in a sequence, and many number, like highest number of complaints is solved, and then the second highest is closed, open, and pending, right? Now what else can be done? For example, we want to see it year by year. So what will we do? So we can create a slicer. So this is the slicer. I'm clicking on this, putting my slicer on the right hand side here. And in this, I will take year. So from where we will take the year? From the date hierarchy. So I'm clicking on year, and the years are coming here. But it does not make any sense to take the year because we have 3 months data of a single year, right? So what we need to do, we will take month instead of year. So I will click on this, and instead of year, I will take the month. Now it is showing me the months, right? But these are the months. Why we are getting so many months, correct? So we will check that, because when we were looking at the data, there was the data of only 3 months, correct? So let's go to the data, look at the date. It is giving you April, May, and June, right? Now if you go there, so ideally we should get April, May, June. So if you click on March, there is no chart. It means it is picking up blank values. If you are taking April, we are getting the information. May, we are getting the information. June, we are getting the information. July, we are not getting the information. So what we will do, we'll go to filter pane, and from here, we will select only April, May, and June, right? And then we are getting this. Correct? Now, if you are clicking on April, what will happen? It is showing you that in April, there was no pending complaints. Every complaint has been opened or solved or closed, right? So nothing was pending. It means each and every complaint has been picked up, right? If you go to May, we started with backlog of pending. If you go to June, again, we have pending number, which is increasing, right? So in April, there was no pending. In May, we started with pending. So what was the number? The number was less, only 14. But in June, what happened? The backlog has increased to 1,427. So what is the reason? We cannot figure out the reason because we do not have that kind of information, like, how many people are there in that team who are looking into this, or what is the problem, correct? But this is a concern. So this can be shown on the dashboard, right? So what will I do? As of now, I'm clearing all the filters, showing everything, but yes, we can explore. Yes, so this is ready, right? So we can check it month-wise as well. What else we can see? We can see, like, if we have a problem, particularly in any city or state, we can check that as well. So I will be taking this visual, this one, and I'm taking state, and then state-wise status, right? So what we got, it says highest is there in Georgia, and so on. So we need to expand this a bit. So we have the highest number of complaints, not highest number, yes. Highest number of complaints in Georgia, 309, then Florida, then one California, and Illinois, and so on. So this is again a section which is a concern, that why we have the complaints, maximum number of complaints in these area, right? So this is one of the concern, because the lines, connection lines can be a problem in these area. So from that perspective, a thought can be given to this, right? So this is another analysis, another insight we have in the data. What else we have? Let me put this slicer here so that we can save the space, right? What else we have? So, okay, we can check which subhead is having the maximum complaint, like speed is the issue, which the customer are getting more, or what is the issue, right? So again, let's create a pie chart, for example, put it here, and then we can see complaint subhead, and we can take the same in values as well to take the count, right? So if you look into this, you will see the maximum issue is a billing issue. So we need to pick up that accounts team into the picture and we need to resolve this. I think the whole stats of the company will improve because this is a big section, which 28.51%. So this black box, which you are looking at the screen, is called tooltip, right? And it is giving you the information about the particular portion wherever you have put your mouse. Yeah. Then you have speed issue. Second highest, 20.82%. I think this is a common issue with each and every internet company these days. So this needs to be taken care. Then the third is service issue. I think this is tackable, right? This is billing issue is also tackable because see, all the issues are having different priority, number one, and all the issues are having different level of complexity as well. So speed issue is always a complex problem when we are talking about broadband business. But if you have the issues in billing, I think this is tackable. Then we have service issue, data issue. Again, this is something which is complex. Pricing issue can be taken care and all that. So overall, the company's performance, the stats can be improved very easily because the issue which the maximum customers are having is billing issue, which is internal to the company, right? So this is again a very good insight. Yeah. So what else we have? We have considered this. Then we can talk about these things also. Okay, so now we would be checking this also month-wise month. So this was for June, where we have the billing issue as the main issue. Service issue, we need to provide good service to the customer. This is another top issue in May. In June, we had the billing issue. Now in May, it was second highest. If you go to April, again, the billing issue. So billing, service, and speed, these are the top three issues we have, right? Same here, we have discussed this chart. If we are talking about the states with highest number of complaints, we have this section. So I think we can tackle the issues area wise as well, right? So if you know the concept of Pareto principle, 80-20 rule, to which we call, it says like if we are getting 80% of the problems we are getting because of the 20% of the issues, then we need to focus on those 20% of the issues first, because your performance will improve rapidly, right? So I think that is the case we have here. So this is the kind of 20% section which is giving us 80% of the issues in this company. So we need to focus on the connection lines on these particular states. So what else we have here? We have not considered city because state is above the city, and we have considered states. We have considered the subheads as well. And then we have taken this month also into the picture. The state, we have considered statuses. So this is all the analysis we can do, and these are the insights. Now talking about the dashboard, like how to give it the face of a dashboard. So basically, dashboard, first of all, should be dynamic. In Power BI, everything is dynamic by default. If you are doing this in Excel, then you need to make it dynamic manually. But here, no such issue is there. Then another point is we have a slicer, so we can play around it. We can look into the insights month-wise as well, and on the overall data as well, right? So first of all, we can change the title of the charts, number one. Then we can format it. We can put the logo of the company and so on. So we can design it well. Okay, so let's do it. Then I will talk about some other pointers as well. So let's organize it a bit. I'm putting it a bit down and I will format it. So let's go to the format section. This is the second section, and I will say border, because if you add a border to the visual, they become very, very clear. So I have turned this visual border on, and I want to give it a border of black color, and I want to make the corners round, right? So if you look into this, now this is looking very nice, right? What I will do, I will give it a background color as well. So I'm saying background. This is the color, which is white as of now. I'm making it lemon, or let's try something else as well. Not blue, because the bar is of blue color. So let's take a bit darker if you want. No. Pink. No. And then I think we can try. Okay, this one is fine, right? So this is better, right? Now you need to copy this formatting to this and to this and to this as well. So click on this, click on Format Painter, click on this, Format Painter, click on this, right? And then click on this Format Painter. You can click on a slicer as well. So now all are coming into the same format basically, right? Okay. So now this is my complete one. See, all have borders and background color. Let's organize it a bit more. So instead of showing all the states, I think we can show top 10 states also, right? That would be better. The chart would be smaller. It would be clear. Because these are the states which are not concerned also. So why to show them? So let's click on this. Let's go to filter. And I'm saying state top 5 here. On the basis of what? So on the basis of count of complaints, right? So count of what? Count of status. So I'm taking status here and then open this drop down and I'm saying count, and I said apply filter. So these are the top 5 states: Georgia, Florida, California, Illinois, and Pennsylvania. If you want to show 10, you can show 10 as well by putting 10 here, right? So these are my top 10 states. Now you can make it a bit shorter. I think this is also fine. Like this is clear, right? And you can put your slicer here. And if you want, okay. Now I would be putting the logo of the company here. So insert, go to images, like shapes, images here. And then we will go to logos. So I would be putting Edu4Sure. This is the one. Now move it here, make it small, put it in the corner, right? So this is one. Okay. Now any other slicer we need to put apart from month, we can check for that as well. So if you want, like we can have one slicer on the basis of status as well. So let me make this a bit small like this. Let's organize it a bit like this. Yeah. Okay. So this is the slicer. Okay. Now in this, I will put statuses and I will copy the formatting from here to this as well. So these are my slicers. I'm clearing the filters, right? Now any other analysis you think we can do out of this? So we would be focusing on that as well. So this is one. Now you can filter with this as well. Like what is what are the issues with pending tickets? So these are the issues, right? Which are the states with pending issues? This is the analysis we can do. So this would be helpful, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So another analysis we can do is we can see, look at the data once. Okay. So we can do one more analysis with cities. Yeah. So we can create the funnel chart here and we can take city and the count of status like this, right? Now you can see what is happening. So this is not the correct chart for this because the cities are huge in number. This is the reason it is coming like this. So if I'm taking this one, you can see the scroller, see, right? So this is the problem. So we can show top 10 city also, right? So let's go to this city top or make it top 15 on the basis of status, count, say apply. And these are my top 15 cities. So 15 is not coming again here. So I will make it 10 only. And these are the top 10 cities. So for example, you are selecting this state, Georgia, right? So in Georgia, there is one city which is giving you the maximum number of complaints because under one state, there are multiple cities, right? But specifically Georgia is having the issues in Atlanta. If you are going to Florida, it is having the problem in this city. California, this city. But we are looking at top 10, right? Yes or no, right? So if you go here and you are putting the filter of a state in Georgia specifically, then we have the issues in many cities, many cities. But what is the, what we are doing here in this analysis? Let me just select all the values. So here it means that if we need to target the problem in Georgia, we need to focus in this city, Atlanta, because this is the one which is giving you the maximum issues. So again, what happened? When we have created this visual for city, we are targeting a particular area. So we could drill down the issue where we have the issue in Georgia. So we have in Atlanta. So like I said, we need to follow Pareto. We need to focus on that 20% of the area, right, which is giving you 80% of the problem. Then in Georgia also, if that is your question that where to focus, then we have the answer in hand, right? So this is a very good analysis. We actually came up, and how we came up with this because we were actually trying to look into the problem. We were looking at the insights. We did not plan it, it happened, right? So this is how you need to look into each and every column of the data. You need to plot and you'll start getting insights and another insight from the previous insight and like that, right? So this is how you can design a good dashboard. We need to change the title of the charts as well. So like I'm clicking on this, going to format. Now I would be searching with title. This is my title as of now. Count of status by status. So I will say status wise count, and I will shift this title in the center and I will increase the font also. It looks nice, right? Same, I would be changing the title for this as well. So go here and I am changing the title. It is top 10 cities. So I'm saying top 10 cities with maximum complaints, right? And again, I would be changing the color of the title to dark black, make it center and increase the font to 18. Now I would be changing this also. So one by one, we need to target all. And here I will say top 10 states with maximum complaints, and changing the text color and this and make it center. Now coming to this, it says count of complaint type details, right? Changing the text color, font, bringing it in the center. So this is how you can change the title also. It is looking better than earlier with, now it says the status. So can we change the title for this? Let's go to title. Here we have a status. So I will say select status, right? And same here, select month. It is better, right? Okay, now clear the filters. And this is how we can design a dashboard with such a smaller data set, right? Now your question can be, what if we have multiple, like many charts, which we are not able to fix on a single page? So in that case, we can come up with button functionality in Power BI, and we can incorporate all our charts, either they are 10 charts, 15 charts, 20 charts on a single page. But that will only happen when you have a bigger data set, right? So what you need to do when we would be covering the dashboard video for some different domain, for some bigger data set, and we would be talking about more insights, many number of charts, then we will discuss button functionality also. Now these are the charts. Now, for example, you need to talk about single figure information. So what will you do? So in that case, what we do, we put cards, right? So this is called card. This is this 1, 2, 3 thing. So take this, and here, for example, I am taking status. So in status, we will say count, and it is telling you the total number of complaints being filed so far in 3 months. So this is single figure. So these single figures are called KPIs, key performance indicators, right? If you are checking month-wise, in April, the number of complaints were 445. Then we had 351. So they reduced. But in June, like it got multiplied by 3 as compared to April, right? So you can put single figures also in form of card, and these are called KPIs. These are the analysis. So this is all about the dashboard. And a dashboard contains 2 things: your insights, which you are showing through single figures as well, which you are showing through cards, you are showing through visuals. And then you can show your analysis also, like we have shown, like these were the top 10 states. But when we wanted to know where to focus in Georgia, we focused on the cities and we got to know about Atlanta. So this is called analysis. So you need to put everything together on a dashboard. So a dashboard is a combination of KPIs and insights and analysis. So this is all about it. I hope you like the video. And in case you like the video, please subscribe the channel so that we can, when we would be sharing more dashboard videos for different departments, you would be getting the notification. Thank you so much.